The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. You're trapped, you're trapped.
On 3rd down, Mariota. It's caught by Davis. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Mike 56, Mike 56. Hey, 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 hey.
Mariota to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nick Bosa. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
We got to step it up. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Patch it.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Garoppolo. When he finds his target, it's Marquise Goodwin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Garoppolo nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 13, 13, 20.
On first down, here's Breida. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the 36, Garoppolo. That'll be complete to Breida. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Garoppolo and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Running out of the gun here, Breida. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 12-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's Breida. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now it's Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through. That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Throwing again on second down. Mariota. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Mike 54. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Hey, let's get this.
Mariota on first down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll throw again. Mariota. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Again, it's Mariota. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day. Delta. It's going to be a long day.
They just get the play off. Now Mariota. And that will be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And his kick here is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
the kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
From the 25 on second down. Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
I got one.
21. Here we go.
This is Breida. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 45-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They run with Breida. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
To throw again on second down. Mariota. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Heavy on the edges. Check three, check three. "56, Mike, 56.
From the gun, Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down. D. Ford just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
56. Are you getting a headache? Are you getting a headache? One. 56 to Mike.
2nd down, Mariota. High throw, but the catch is made. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Come on. 54 Mike.
3rd and long here for Mariota. And that is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Here's Brett Kern now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here we go. 180.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big